asked them to make in the combine that I really didn't see very many teams run at the college level is the deep corner route. In the combine, what they're going to ask is that this guy is going to take a higher angle. So it's going to be a little longer throw, and you're going to ask to be lay this up and over, really, really long throw, trying to throw it to that landmark. But here, the receiver flattens this off. Micheal Penix Jr., great job right there of driving that throw, putting it on his guys. He flattens that corner route for a big completion.
It should be about multiple positions. Have an opportunity to be the third and fourth wide receiver on opening day.
And like you said, that's where some of these guys, some of these mid-round guys, where they kind of get their start at. You know, you see some of the guys who have gone on to have really good careers start on the punt return game, start in the kick return game, start in some form or facet of special teams before they start getting their feet wet on the field.
Tyreek Hill and
Antonio Brown.
All those guys, man, bad boys,
Yep.
man.
So this is one where we're almost flipping the big end, right? Now it's a little seam inside, and we're going to roll it to the outside. Usually want to hit this between 18, 22, depending on if it's a cover two or
and you see some of these guys giving a little rocker step at the top. You know, you want to be able to have those little traits and that part of your craft where you can create a little bit of separation. You know, you don't want to just run lines on paper, what they call it, when you get the install and stuff like that, but being able to put your own flavor on the route. You know, that's what makes guys dominant in this league.
I also could tell you on these routes, what I'm looking at first is how they're lined up. How is their front foot? How much distance in between their front and back foot? Is their back foot in line going forward, or is it out wide? And what does it matter? Well, if you are going forward and your feet are pointed to the left, your first step has to be adjusting your foot back to get in alignment, which means you're wasting time and seconds, a false step. Now you're giving the corner an opportunity to now not peek at you, but peek now at the quarterback. So now you take away some of your advantages because of your footwork not being right at the line of scrimmage before you take off.
And you talk about footwork, something to pay attention to if you're watching these quarterbacks, right? You see Milton here, he's throwing this ball from 4.5 yards deep. I mean, this is a deep throw. This is an 18 to 22-yard throw, sometimes even a little bit deeper. This is a 7-step drop for us. So again, the comfort level of making these throws, being fast with your feet to get the football out, are things that I'm paying attention to on these drills, even though we're talking a little bit more about the route on the outside.
My 7-step skirt, because we're going 15, 20-yard routes, 15, 20-yard routes, and you're going to make a cut somewhere down there 15, 20 yards. The 7 steps give him time. If I was just going to go on a takeoff, you take a 5-step drop. You know what I mean? Because it's going to take 5 steps.
Because it's early with air, right? You know, where we're completing that football, or where we want to get that football out. And you're right, we're not throwing this till you guys are past 15 yards down the field. That calculates to a 7-step drop for us. You're talking about a go route, right? That's early with air. Get it up and let you guys go chase that one, and we'll see that here in a little bit.
Just wanted to make sure they understood the difference. You know what I mean? You do such a good job with it, and you really do, Kurt. And Kurt, all our seriousness, we mess around, but I always call him and say, hey, man, tell me about this. What did you see? Because he does such a great job with all of that.
But and it all connects, right? You're watching these guys as they've taken 5 steps here. I have no idea why they're taking 5 steps. That now they're hanging on their back foot and trying to figure out how to make this throw. 7 steps, quick hitch, lay that ball out there, but win with your feet, fast with your feet.
You know why, Kurt?
What's that?
I mean, a little bit.
I do know why. Because they want to see it. They want to see it ahead of time.
Cheating.
Exactly. They want to see it ahead of time and try to be correct.
They're cheating.
But here's one of the things that, to me, about the combine that becomes so tough for a quarterback is that quarterbacks see completions. And it's so important we want to get completions out here. I want to see him make the right throw. I know you guys like, hey, I want to run a great route. If the ball's not good, we don't get a completion, I can live with that. But as a quarterback, I want to see them throw it the right way, even if we don't complete it on the back end. I don't want to see him take 5 steps on a 7-step drop and complete it. That does nothing for me because you can't do that on Sunday afternoon.
Well, also some of the receivers, they're being choppy, looking like they're running fast, but they're really counting to make sure they don't overrun too fast or too slow. So it's a comfortability level of not having familiarity with your quarterback. So you got to rely on, hey, I'm going to get my proper steps as the quarterback.
Actually, we're pretty dang good. with Jaden Daniels, the Heisman Trophy winner, throwing him the ball. Hey, Herb, what do you see when you see Rome Odunze? I mean, he ran a good 40 time, but he is a competitor, man.
But a great competitor,
presence.
Goes up, big receiver, catches everything.
Yes.
Catches everything.
Yes.
And to be able, and I watched him in that 40, right? And you watch him. Speed derives from stride length and stride frequency. Now, he has great stride length.
Yeah.
And I'm watching his frequency. As he learns and transitions into the NFL, he'll learn to take down his stride length and pick up his stride frequency.
I like it, yeah.
Because you need ground contact to cut. So if I'm running 100 yards, just a straight 100 yards, I can open up my stride length as much as I want. But since I'm playing wide receiver, I need to touch the ground to cut. I got to cut down that stride length and stride frequency. But that he's incredible.
That's
talent.
Professor Playmaker right there, giving you a breakdown. So watch Micheal Pratt, top.
This one's been tough for the quarterbacks trying to figure out what the angle is for these guys coming out.
And this is what I was talking about earlier, Kurt. Remember, this is that kind of in-between route?
Yeah.
It's not truly a 7 or not truly a high corner.
Right.
So it's almost like in the middle. And
they're also letting the quarterback take 5 steps, which would never be a 5-step drop. We saw that on the 12-yard outcut. This one going 18 to 20, so I'm trying to figure out exactly what this throw is, like you said, Irv. Are these guys flattening underneath the cornerback over there? Are they taking a higher angle between the corner and the safety in a cover 2 look? Tough to really understand exactly what the throw is because you see that. Ball's a little higher there, and now we miss.
Because he was ready to throw before he was ready to catch. That's what was bothering me earlier, and I was like, maybe this is something new that I don't know about.
All right, Michael Penix jumping up here, the big lefty.
Ball's coming off his hand really, really
just
well.
Explodes, doesn't it, Kurt?
Nice touch right there. Good pace on the football.
It doesn't even
look really, really good.
So let's take a look at our.
It doesn't look like he's trying to throw that ball like that.
Passing yardage leaders in college football this year. Nobody better than Michael Penix. Set over.
He is going to Rice this year.
Fantastic.
Excited about that. They start spring ball on Monday, so
okay.
Getting ready